Okay, good morning everybody. 7:30 a.m. day 7. Everything's packed up, leaving Tumbling Run shelters. Later start than I wanted to get. I was really overwhelmed today. I don't know if I got what it takes to do this. Texted my wife. She texted back a picture of the dog and said I could do this. So we're gonna put one foot in front of the other. 1,000-foot climb, 10-mile water carry. I got a lot of water. It's gonna be hot. We got 30 miles to get to Iron Master's mansion Hostel before the storm start. So I just gotta practice being in the moment, like my wife said. One foot in front of the other. Here we go. All right, everybody. That was a rough start to the morning. Sorry for the glare here. Mentally difficult morning, but I think those are going to happen. I would have to imagine that happens to everyone. Now, everyone might not film their difficult moments and put them on the internet, but whatever. In case you can't tell, I don't have a lot of experience doing this. I did a long backpacking trip in high school decades ago. I did do some hiking on the AT with my brother not too long ago. It was sort of a comedy of errors. We were up in the White Mountain National Forest in New Hampshire, pretty close to some of the most difficult terrain on the entire AT. So we had like a 3-day plan. And first day we just got to camp really late. It was getting dark, so we tried to set up the tent. Basically, we set up on a very sloped spot, and so my brother was going to sleep in the shelter, and so I was trying to sleep in the tent, and I was trying to get to sleep. I kept sliding off my sleeping pad, and pretty soon I heard a noise. Thought it was a bear. It was not a bear, it was just my brother. Turns out there was a guy in the shelter. His name was Tom. Tom snored quite a bit. I'm gonna take a break here actually. And so my brother was like, I can't sleep there. And I was like, well, I can't sleep here. So we ended up switching spots. So slept terribly. It took a long time breaking down camp the next morning. We were just moving way slower. So there was no way we were gonna get over sort of the where we needed to be. So we actually had to call my sister-in-law to come pick us up, and we sort of bailed out. So, but props to Tom. So Tom was probably in his 60s, and I was talking to him a little bit, and he seemed to had physical pains, but he was just kind of trudging through. And so he was on a through hike, and so I don't know. I need to be more like Tom, just kind of slow and steady, and he seemed to have it mentally together. But anyway, I'm gonna make mistakes out here. I've already made a few, so we'll just have to try to learn from them. So today we're up and over that big climb. I basically turned to music for the first time. I don't like doing that, but do whatever you got to do to pump you up to get over this stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna keep heading on. We'll catch up with you up the trail. I know it's been a tough morning, but I know some of you like to see the trail and hear the wildlife. So to steal a catchphrase, here it is, your moment of zen. All right, everybody, we reached Rocky Mountain Shelter, which would have been the long option yesterday. So again, that's 0.3 miles off trail, and then the water is an additional 0.5 past that. So yeah, that would have been a terrible idea yesterday. Super hard hike not hard hike this morning. When we're on the ridges, it's rocky. When we're not on these ridges, it's really nice walking. But anyway, I definitely made the right decision yesterday, conditional on my fitness, trail conditions, and the temperature. We're 6.6 in, 3.4 away from Caledonia State Park is what we're shooting for water. and hopefully maybe a late lunch. So let's get there. All right, small view, right? And so when I say ridge walking, what do I mean? Well, you can kind of see in the very background there, right? We've just got these long ridges, and sort of Pennsylvania just has you get up one and then go along them for large periods of time, and then you sort of come down into the valley, maybe cross a road. But as you can see, when I say rocky, right, there's sort of big rocks, and then the trail is lots of little rocks. Not too bad. Overall, it's just a warm day, so it's probably 80 now, get up to 85, so just warm. But all things considered, we're still moving along. So here we go. All right, everybody, took a little side trip, 0.5 miles west on Route 30 before you enter Caledonia State Park, because I need 65 South barbecue to improve my day. All right, everybody, we're sitting in air conditioning, eating a brisket sandwich, mac and cheese, Mountain Dew. Well worth the 0.5 mile side trip. We'll catch up in a bit. All right, everybody, let's do an update here. We started this morning, tumbling run, 1075.6. Started the day out with a mini meltdown. We can talk about that later. Huge climb up South Mountain, sort of ridge walking. Down here right now at 1085.2, US 30. Walked a half mile west to the barbecue place. So what the issue is that it's supposed to start raining pretty heavily tomorrow. And so what the goal was to get down to here, Pine Grove Furnace, by tomorrow, 11:05. That was basically 30 miles. That's just not going to happen. And so that would have required 15, so getting up somewhere in here. So instead of taking that over 2 days, I think I'm going to do it over 3, which would put me somewhere, either Caledonia State Park, I could tent, or there's also a hostel run by some sort of ministry just down the road a little bit further. And then maybe tomorrow do another 10 miles to Birch Run, and then another 10 miles puts me at a hostel at 11:05. 1 day longer than I had sort of thought it was going to take me, and I might get wet tomorrow, but given my physical state and state of mind, I think this is probably the better plan. So I'll let you know where I end up in a little bit. All right, everybody, I am at Thru Ministries. Thank you to Pastor Beal and Tina, just two of the nicest people you will ever meet. Here is my bunk for the night. So they've got 6 bunks in this room, and they've got another bunk room, but then they've also got this area that hikers can use. So they've got soft drinks, they've got vending machines, even an ATM. They let you use the coffee maker. You can even use the kitchen. This was all 25 bucks, gave them a little extra. Just absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. And then here is the sort of other hiker room. So we've got a bathroom, shower, and also a place to do laundry. So again, everything that a hiker needs. I am going to jump in the shower, and I'll catch up with you and wrap up day 7. All right, everybody, go ahead and wrap up day 7. Yeah, so this morning I had a really rough time, and I was sort of just paralyzed in my sleeping bag. And I think what I was thinking was, you know, this is day 7, right? So it's a week. And then I think about, okay, well, how many miles have I done? And it's somewhere, I don't know, 50 to 60 miles, whatever it is. And you divide that by 2195.1, and you realize, oh gosh, I've done under 3% of this trail, right? It's like, this is the most effort that I've put out over a week at any point in my life. And to think that I've only done 3%, it gets overwhelming, right? And so I've seen this with other people's videos, right? If you, in any context really, right? If you have facing some sort of enormous task, and you can get overwhelmed by the enormity of it all, right? And so instead I need to focus on, hey, let's just get to, you know, Duncannon, Pennsylvania, right? That's the next sort of logical 0 spot. And so that's really what needs to be the focus. So thanks again to my wife, right? I texted her that I was like, man, I don't know that I have what it takes to do this, right? And so she responded, you know, do you want me to reply with empathy or tough love, right? And she ultimately chose the third route. She showed a picture of the dog, texted a picture of our dog, and said in the voice of the dog that I can do it. And I think I can. It's not the hiking. What I think I'm struggling with is the camping portion, right? Because that's when laying in the sleeping bag, it's easy to sort of get overwhelmed by the enormity of the task. But but the day turned around, right? Went to that barbecue spot, and the gentleman at the barbecue counter was phenomenal. He let me sit there. I probably sat there for an hour and 15 minutes in the air conditioning, drinking Mountain Dews and waters and eating barbecue and just cooling off. And then came here to Thru It All Ministries, which again is just outstanding. I can't recommend this place enough. If you're a thru hiker or if you're just trying to support a good cause. I talked to Tina for 20, 25 minutes about all the stuff they do and our kids and everything. And they run a food pantry. They give out coats in the winter. So I'm not really going to talk religion or politics on this channel. I will admit that I'm not a practicing member of any organized religion. But if you said that God put Tina in my path to help me along this journey, today I would not argue with you. So I'm excited to catch up with some people. So there's one other hiker here so far. That's going to be one of the hikers that I started with, actually the hiker that organized the shuttle on my day 4 video. So they are slack packing that hiker. So what slack packing is they'll basically agree to meet you at a trailhead further north and then bring you back here. And so what that allows you to do is, you don't have to carry a tent, you don't have to carry multiple days of food, right? You can go really fast and light. And so that person is a couple days ahead of me on trail, but I'll actually be staying at this same location. I don't think I'll do slack packing here just because as we've established, I'm not very good at forecasting where I'm going to be at the end of each day. I tend to overestimate that. And so I'll carry all my stuff. But tomorrow's supposed to have some pretty heavy rains. They've at least downgraded it from severe thunderstorms just to a lot of rain. So I'm going to try to get out of here early, make it 10 miles to the next shelter. And that way I can at least stay in the shelter, and that way the next day I don't have to pack up a rainy tent. So I think that's about it. I'm gonna edit some videos and just relax in the air conditioning, but I will see you on the next video, and thanks for all your support.
If you enjoyed this video, I would ask 2 things. First, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those actions help us grow the community so that we can put more good out into the world. Second, when I'm not out on an adventure, I am a college professor. A college education can be transformative, but college is an expensive proposition. However, I think we can help, so I'm asking you to please donate to support scholarships for students at the Sam M. Walton College of Business at the University of Arkansas. There are 2 ways you can navigate to the donation page. First, you can scan the QR code that you see on the screen. Please have cookies enabled in your browser. The second method is to navigate to the URL that you see on the screen or in the description to this video. When you arrive at that page, what should you see? Well, you will be on the online giving website for the University of Arkansas. You should notice that the designation and the other department, program, or fund fields are automatically populated. That's going to tell the fundraising personnel to automatically associate any funds raised with our effort here on this channel. All you have to do is enter an amount and your personal information. I will keep you up to date with our fundraising progress as we move through the adventure. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you on the next video.